Hello, ninth grade Raptors. This is Mr. Millette, one of the school counselors, and I'm here to talk to you today about one of our mini lessons, one of the first of many that we'll do through your English class this year. We'll come in about once a month to do something short to help you feel prepared for your high school journey and give you some what we think is important information that will help you guide these next 4 years and reach that graduation date. But today we're going to talk about graduation requirements. So to get us started, let's ask a question. How many credits do you need to graduate high school? Now, if you thought in your mind or you said out loud 28 credits, well, you'd be right. Alpine School District has the standard that each student will complete 28 credits to earn their high school diploma. Now, credits is kind of a new idea. It can be kind of abstract because you can't really see them. And it's a new term for some of you. So to make it easier to understand, let's talk about those school credits like money. Money is something we all understand. So here's some easy questions we can go through pretty quickly. How many quarters are in a dollar? Well, in $1, there's 4 quarters. How many quarters are in one school credit? Okay, in one school credit, there's 4 quarters. And in a school year, it's broken down into, that's right, 4 quarters. So we can kind of see that comparison, the similarity there of $1 equaling 1 credit, right? And it's broken down into 4 quarters there. So instead of talking about those credits over these next few slides, let's talk about it in money, and let's say that you need $28 to graduate high school. And the way that you earn that money is by taking classes and passing them. And when you pass that class and you get that money figuratively, you put it in your high school graduation piggy bank, because we're trying to work our way up to that $28, that 28 credits, so we can graduate high school. All right, so let's quiz ourselves to make sure we understand what we just talked about. So how much money would you earn from passing a full year class? Well, a full year class is 1 credit, so you'd earn $1. How much money would you earn from passing a semester class? Well, a semester class is half of a year, so you'd earn 50 cents, or half a credit. Does that make sense there? I hope it does. And now, as we work towards earning that $28, or the 28 credits for your high school diploma, you have to take and pass classes from certain content areas. And we can see them listed here on the screen. You can see that, language arts, so I need 4 years or $4 of English, and 3 from science and 3 from math. And it's all broken down here into the certain content areas that's required, that we'll need to fill over these next 4 years. So let's use CTE as an example. We can see CTE is required for you guys to have 1 credit or $1 of your 28 come from CTE. And CTE stands for Career and Technology Education. So here's some examples of classes that would fill that requirement. Some of you might even be taking some of these classes this year. I know we offer some of them, like food nutrition and floral design and robotics. So some of you are already working towards completing this requirement this year, depending on how many CTE classes you're taking. So there's a lot of CTE classes we offer here. Skyridge High School offers even more. But as an example, let's look at floral design. Okay, so let's say that you took and passed 1 semester of floral design. How much money would you have earned towards your CTE requirement? Now it's 1 semester, so that's half a year, and you would have earned 50 cents or half a credit. The great thing about all this is we're talking about graduation requirements, and we're trying to help you have as much control as possible over your own education, and planning is a big part of that. So I don't know if you knew, but you can actually look up your graduation requirements in Skyward, giving you a lot of control over and a lot of information over what you have completed already, and maybe what you still need to complete or focus on as you register for future years. Now, if you don't know how to log into Skyward, or you forgot your password or having trouble getting in, come to the Counseling Center, and we'd love to be able to help you have more control over planning your education these next 4 years. Now, once you log into Skyward, you can click on graduation requirements there on the left-hand side, and it'll bring up a screen that looks like this. And you'll be able to see those requirements we talked about. You can see the 28 credits that are listed, the $28. And again, it's broken down into those content areas as you go down the screen. You can see what you've completed already. So over these next 4 years, that column will fill in and the numbers will get larger there, showing that you've completed more and more courses. We can also see what you're working on. So many of you, most of your credits will be in that in progress column since you're in 9th grade this year. All of your classes should be right there saying, oh, I'm still working on this over this first 9th grade year. And as you register for 10th grade in April, it'll show up in the scheduled column and say, it'll show you, oh, here's what I will be taking next year. And then when you start 10th grade, it just shifts over into that in progress column. So you can keep track of it. And with each year as you register, we'd encourage you to come back to this page so you can remind yourself of what you've already completed, what you may need to focus on to make sure that you're meeting all of those requirements each year. If you'd like to see in more detail of what classes are counting towards, you can click on the View Courses under each section. It'll tell you what specific class filled that requirement. So we can see here it's pointing at science. So a science core could be your earth science class or your biology class, or later on at Skyridge, if you take chemistry or physics, that could count towards a science core. But if you click on those for each of the areas, you can see what class filled that specific requirement. And as you fill them, let's say that you filled all of your CTE credit this year by taking floral design and food nutrition. Well, you could still take more CTE credit. Remember, it'll just filter down into your general electives. So don't shy away from a certain area or certain class because you've already filled that requirement. Just know that it'll go towards a different area, towards your general electives. And like I said, these lessons are really short. We want to keep them short so that you can process the information, understand a little bit better. And we'll come in every month and we'll talk about other important things that we think you would need to know to have a successful journey through high school. So you might say, well, Mr. Millett, what if I failed a class this year? I need to make it up. Or what if I want to take more classes? I want to accelerate my education. Or you might say, have a question about financial planning because you know what you want to do after high school, but you don't know how to pay for it. These are all things that we can talk about over these next few months to help you feel like you have a way to plan for your future. Because we want you to be in control. We want you to feel confident in planning your education and in being college and career ready. So that's what these little mini lessons will be about. If you have any questions about this lesson, graduation requirements, or any future ones we give, please come visit us. Set up an appointment with us. We'd love to talk to you and help you plan for what you're excited about. We want to help you plan for your future. Well, thanks for giving us this short little time, and we look forward to seeing you over these next few months.